Welcome to Cheryl's Home Cooking, and today what I'm going to show you is how I make my homemade nut bread. It's really, really good. So let's get started.
The first thing that I did was I preheated my oven to 350. In my mixing bowl, I placed 4 cups of flour. To the 4 cups of flour, I'll be slicing in 12 tablespoons of butter. Once the butter is all in, then I'll add in 6 tablespoons of sugar. I'll start mixing it. To the flour mixture, I'll add in 2 packets of the rapid rise yeast, and I'll continue mixing. I also heated up 1 cup of milk, and you want it to be 125 to 130 degrees. I'll take my milk, I'll stir it into my dry ingredients. The next step is I have 3 eggs at room temperature. I'll slightly beaten the 3 eggs and then I'll add them to my flour mixture. So just pour your eggs in. I'll speed up my mixer a little bit. Make sure you scrape down the side so that everything is mixed good. To this, I'm going to add in the last cup of flour. So that's a whole total of 5 cups of flour that I used for this bread. So just keep mixing until you see the dough start to crawl up your dough hook. Once the dough has crawled up your dough hook, that's when it's time to take it out of your bowl, and then you'll knead the dough. So I'll remove my dough hook, move my mixer off to the side. Make sure to flour your surface before you take the dough out of your bowl. See how nice and clean it came out? So now I'll take the dough and just knead it for about 6 minutes. You want it to be nice and smooth. And this is what it should look like. Now you'll take a towel, cover your dough, and let it rest for another 10 minutes. Once your dough has rested for 10 minutes, remove the towel, reflour the counter because you'll be rolling out this dough and you don't want it to stick to the counter. So make sure that there's enough flour on your counter to prevent any sticking. Try to roll out the dough into a square as best as you can. Try to roll it out at least a half an inch thick. Take your rolling pin and then go up and down and then go from side to side. That helps with making a perfect square. This dough is nice and easy to work with, and it's a soft dough too. Once your dough is rolled out into a square, you'll take 2 cans of the almond nut filling, which are 12.5 ounces, and you'll spread them evenly over your dough. Try to stay about a half an inch away from the edge of your bread dough. So spread it nice and smooth. And this is what it would look like. Now you'll take a knife and cut your dough in half because this recipe makes 2 breads. You'll take 2 bread pans, which are 11 by 5 by 3. Make sure to spray them well so the dough doesn't stick to them. See, it's sprayed well. Now you'll start rolling up your dough like a jelly roll. You don't want it too tight, but you don't want it too loose either. The next thing you'll do, you'll take your pan, pick up your dough, make sure it's seam side down when you put it in your pan. And repeat the process for the second half. So just roll it up, not too tight, not too loose, and make sure you place it in your pan seam side down. The next step is place your 2 loaf pans in a warm spot. I'll be placing mine under my heat lamp on my stove. I'll also be covering them, and they'll double in size. So keep it covered.
Oh yeah. Look at that. So my oven is on 350, and you'll bake this for about 30 to maybe 45 minutes. It depends on your oven. But in the meantime, I have 1 egg, to 3 tablespoons of water, slightly beaten up the egg. I'll get my brush and I'll coat the top. And then just sprinkle some sugar on top. And you'll see the top of this will come out nice and golden brown and sugary on top. It's really good. So now I'll place the egg wash on my second loaf. And sprinkle with sugar. And that's all there is to it. So now I'll place it in my oven that I have on 350 for 30 to 45 minutes. But keep an eye on it because ovens do vary. You just want the top to turn golden brown. That's all there is to it. Now it's time to take my breads out of the oven. Oh yeah, look at that. So I'll place them off to the side. Smells so good. Once it's cooled, I'll remove them from the baking pan and wait till you see how good this bread is. Oh, it smells so good. Can't wait to try it. Now I'll be taking my nut bread, place it on top of my aluminum foil, and see how easy it was to take out? I'm giving it away as a gift, so I'll wrap it up. And I'm giving it to my neighbor. It's really, really good. Now I'll take my second loaf. Take that out as well. Oh yeah, doesn't that look good? Look at how good this bread looks. Oh yeah. See how good that looks on the inside? This nut bread is so, so good. So now I want to try a piece before I give the other loaf to my neighbor. Take a little piece. Oh yeah. This nut bread is so good. I love homemade nut bread. Thanks so much for watching me make my homemade nut bread. I hope you give it a try because it's really good. Please like me on Facebook under Cheryls Home Cooking and follow me on Twitter under Home Cooking with C. I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.